Don't worry, he wants to see the action, but looking at the stats, I mean, I have to admit, it's interesting to see this coming out from the side of the Burmese Ghouls, but I think that I'm more of a standard, more straight and narrow guy. I'm leaning towards Team
You
Flash.
say straight and narrow, but you try to put me into a trap. I'm not falling for it. I'm not going to give any team an advantage.
It seems you've caught me in my tracks here.
Either way, we're going back. Will the Singaporean representative show up against the Burmese Ghouls, this time showing that M5 is the time for Singaporeans to rise up.
Welcome back to the land of Dawn here at the M5 World Championships. We are going to see this bout begin as Burmese Ghouls is going to be on the blue side up against Team Flash on the red side. It looks like it's going to be a purple start for both sides, and naturally for these assassins. Ooh, using the aspirant skin coming in from Hades. This is going to be a good one.
Yeah, I would say actually Burmese Ghouls have to win this game 2-0, if not 2-2, maybe 2-0, 2-1, because this is the only opportunity they have to at least be assured for a bit into this early, let's say, group stage, because they are the only team that played 2 games so far, am I right?
Yeah, and shout out to Carbon using the Starlight skin. If you guys haven't grabbed it, grabbed it for yourself. You're welcome, Ron.
You're welcome. Shout out to them. Let's look at the emblems to see if there's anything too interesting. It looks like it's going to be, a majority going for agility here. Now, what are your thoughts on this, right? Like, Wilderness Blessing has been, well, nerfed a little bit, right, from 15 to 10, but now I'm seeing that a lot of these professional players actually don't mind taking up the agility rather than going for traditional rupture.
I would say,
Rolsey taking quite a little bit of damage, but, that's the thing about a Nolan.
Yeah.
Nolan does maybe a little bit too much damage in the early game.
Yeah, they actually need to absorb a little bit more damage than, in the early game stage especially, and I think that this is where the emblems interfere in the early stages more than the late game ones. But Hades, I think that he's looking for someone to just get off the composition, or get off formation. But I would actually recommend him to go for the gold lane, not the XP.
No, I agree, but now looking at their positioning, it looks like they want the turtle.
Yeah, they do want the turtle. And you can see by the timers, the clear speed is so different. With 2 seconds left on the clock before that purple spawns for Hades. Nico, he's going to get his purple pretty soon. Lolzy trying to smother him, trying to slow it down.
What is Adamir doing at the mid lane again?
He's stuck in that wave.
He wants to look for a quick, perhaps. Swapping lane with, he swapped lane with Jay so that Jay can get the extra EXP.
Huh. I think that both of them could have actually got their level 4 even before that turtle, but they do what they have to do.
I think it's about priority as well, right? Adamir is able to get that initial pull to buy enough time for Hades to actually get his second buff before participating in this upcoming fight. But does Team Flash want to be a part of this?
Fanny.
All right, now Hades goes in. The turtle is going over to Nico. Adamir jumps forward, finds one member of Team Burmese Gold, but First Blood goes over to Hades. And now Nico is in the middle of all of it, trying to get a return kill onto Jay. And looks like Jay is going to get taken down by Carbon. Yes, no, maybe, yes, no. What? Are you serious?
He gets out of there. No.
Hey, I'd rather be lucky than good.
That's true. That's true. Carbon, unfortunately, couldn't wait for the Demon Mark any longer, having to use that Vengeance to close the distance. But the auto attacks, man, he was so very close. And even for Nico, don't get the kill. At the end of the day, they still got the turtle.
Yeah, everything's actually right now quite settled between both teams, because Burmese Ghouls got the turtle, Team Flash got the kill, but Hades can just make the ties goes a little bit towards Team Flash because of his early game advantage. But let's go and look a little bit on the equipments here. So far, he didn't grab the blade of Heptasis so far. So Fanny will not deal them the damage needed, but the Hash Colossus secured for that Bruno.
At least for Vanix, he knows that if Nico does show up, he can try to outplay the situation and buy just enough time for the rest of his team to actually protect him. Nico finishing that blade of the Heptasis is going to be some big burst damage. Wait, hold on.
Adamir is an EXP, but you're taking way too much damage from Nico. And Nico with a fracture gets a kill. He's an EXP, but my goodness.
Honestly, talk about bad timing. Like, the blade of Heptasis, it gets completed, Adamir out of position.
Yeah, a young assassin, I would say. Nico, he has this fast reflexes. If I'm not mistaken, he's the youngest in the M3.
We were talking about how Nico was using those utility junglers. He just slipped my mind. Nico's using an assassin.
He's not only using an assassin, he's also the youngest. Like, it's all the combinations are coming together, but now the fight!
Hades gets caught. That was a bad engage, but a better attempt from Blinks. He was able to catch a mistake there. Now Lozy trying to slow them down, making sure that Jay survives, but Hades so far has not been getting any kind of kills. And looks like BURMESE GHOULS, they're going to secure this turtle.
Oh, he wants to take a risk?
Oh, Hades goes in. Hades steals it away. Lena trying to help his teammate out, Carbon, but I don't think there's much that he can do. Nico gets a kill onto Hades, and Carbon dashing all the way through with the vengeance. And Lena gets a kill onto Vadis, and Carbon still survives. What's going on with this game? And Lozy, double kill for Lena.
Finally to get a kill back. But my goodness, people are getting away with just a sliver of health. And honestly, Carbon played that so well. And the small synergies, the small interactions. Remember, those demon marks actually proc whenever someone lands CC. And BlinkX is just giving him these vengeance resets.
Yeah, if you made me choose between having 3 kills or even more, four kills or taking the turtle, I will always choose those 4 kills, man. Look here at the items. Everyone got their first item, almost the first item, like a little bit far, no, not too far from the Terizla taking the anti-curse. But yeah, I would say that the core items are secured so far. Adamir using that flicker.
Yeah, flicker forced out, and I think a conversation we need to have. It looks like the Clock of Destiny is still quite meta because we've seen quite a few mid laners still prioritizing that item.
Yeah, I mean, it feels nice when you have that, like, scaling, well, quote-unquote scaling damage, the extra mana as well
HP
is always
as well.
nice, HP, like, you feel extra confident, especially when you go for the Blood Wings later on in the game. At the very least, it's like, that shield is going to be big. Wait, hold up.
Yeah, Blinks catches Adamir and Nico taking that advantage, doing quite a lot of damage onto Adamir now. He has to use his penalty zones defensively. He's not even engaging.
Body of the Smith, baby. He may be 3 levels down, but the damage, the DR, the damage reduction is always valuable.
Yeah, I'm not used to see that penalty zone being used to escape without having that flicker. He just have to use it over and over and over again, not to engage, but to disengage. BURMESE GHOULS are now ahead in terms of everything, not just the gold, even also we can say in terms of the rotation itself. It's working so well for them. They got all the items they need, and now they just need the execution.
Oh, hey, this is not having a good game. BlinkX is using this Ruby cosplaying as a Kaja, stopping the Fanny in his tracks.
Yeah, worse yet, I think BURMESE have done some very good homework here. They've recognized some of the patterns that we've seen from the side of Team Flash, especially from Hades, because not everybody likes to sit in that particular bush on the top side next to the Beetle. But in the meantime, at least for Team Flash, despite the fact that they're giving away this turtle, they are able to crack a structure down on the bottom side.
I like actually how Carbon is able to clear his lane and always be that crowd control force with his teammates. I think that we might see a fight at the mid lane, but everyone just chooses to fall back. Team BURMESE GHOULS, they have a lot of crowd control, which is something to really take care of if you are Team Flash.
At this point, does Hades have to stay away from the fight? Because maybe split pushing is the other option, but so far, whenever he's alone at the side lane, it looks like he's getting punished.
Yeah, he's getting punished pretty hard. Like, I think BURMESE GHOULS are kind of conditioning it to a certain degree, because again, how often do you see BlinkX kind of walk through that lane, right? He doesn't do it too often. He's been going bush by bush to kind of get a rough idea and communicating specifically with Nico to kind of understand the path that most Fannies would take.
Look at Arlott. Actually, if you got a chance to look at his items, this is actually one of the best items so far I've seen during the whole day, because it's taking half items, which is something an Arlott only will do during the game. And here we can see that the split push is working against Team Flash.
And right now, Adamir doesn't feel like a Terizla again, using the penalty zone defensively, but he's going to get pulled back by Unoffended. And at this point, it's not fun playing a Terizla.
Hey, yo, my guy, Adamir, what did you do? What did you say to BURMESE GHOULS? It feels like they're specifically like, you.
It seemed personal.
Yeah, it feels personal. This is so many times that they've attacked him on the opposite side of the map.
But how can you be losing that much in terms of the macro skills and yet you lose all the turrets down? Bruno was just feeding on the turrets, 1 on the bot lane, 2 on the top lane. He's just having fun.
He's literally sucking the marrow from the bones here. And for BURMESE GHOULS, the question really comes to, if you are going to escalate the situation, since you have a 2.7k lead, respectable lead at 9 minutes, they want to double that. They need that 2x. Where do they find this 2x? And maybe it's through the Lord in 10 seconds.
That's a really like good perspective to look from, but Stitch, I think that he didn't even participate in anything. There's 5 kills so far. Yeah, he haven't shown us the Hasclaw, not the Hasclaws, the Demon Hunter Sword, also the Golden Staff, his damage. He didn't show us what a Claw can do so far, and I think Team Flash don't want to see that even.
Not gonna lie, I kind of feel like it's kind of the fault of the team. Every single time he wants to join a team fight, it's over by the time he's there.
He blinks, it's gone.
It Blink's gone.
Oh,
Whoa, but
look.
Team Flash, they secured the lore, but Blink's X is there. It looks like Team Flash is trying to disengage, and they're able to do so, but Adamir in the back line looks like he's going to get targeted down.
Not
and
again.
Blinks, Nico, Carbon,
Please,
this
man.
trio. Adamir trying his very best. Can he actually do something with this? Stitch is here.
Okay, now with Stitch, should have. Wait, no. Hold on.
Hades.
Let him live. Let him live.
Let him cook.
Let him live. Carbon.
Ah.
Okay.
Are you serious? They just let Adamir go like that? They've already invested so many
They feel
resources.
bad. They feel bad.
They're human.
They're human.
Well, I think that Hades at this moment could have took Stitch out because he was in a really good position. Also, he had the energy enough to go inside, but they go for the safer route. And also, by taking all those turrets down, why not just take a fast Lord?
Kind of, yeah.
Honestly, that was a very good call. Like, I would not make that call. Like, losing, and then it's like, hey, Lord's up. Let's just, you know.
Let's just back off.
No, it's like, they actually got the Lord. That's very brave.
That actually reminds me of a game, KBG at the wildcard. All the numbers are going for the other side, but yet the other team is the one who's winning.
Oh, yeah, I know. Against Keep Best Gaming, yeah.
Yeah, that was an interesting match as well. But I feel like comparatively, when we're looking at both of these teams, honestly, it kind of feels like a very standard game. Like, both sides have strong fundamentals.
Ooh. Hades again gets targeted down. One tree, no, not a very good start for the Vanny here, and Adamir gets pulled back. It's a nice ult, but all just to give a kill to Nico. At this point, he's channeling Roamer energy.
Roamer energy. I don't know what he posted on social media, man. Like, why is he getting targeted so hard like this? It feels like, at least for the Burmese Ghouls, they've been kind of switching it up a little bit. Like, initially it's split pushing, and then now they're rotating together.
Yep. Stitch got a kill. I was just looking at Lozi's like, what are you going to do? And now Vanix as well as Lozi trying to protect the mid, but it looks like it's going to be unprotected. Burmese Ghouls gets the mid lane turret.
Burmese Ghouls actually, even though they are supposed to be the one in lead, if you look at the map right now, it's mirrored. You have two mid lanes, 2 mid lane turrets, and all the inhibitors. And on the other side, it's the same thing. Even though you are ahead in the gold, even though you are ahead in the kills, though you are like leading the game, you are not actually leading anything.
Yeah, I mean, we're waiting for that big cash out at the end of the day, right? Ooh, Blingx almost landing the I'm offended here. And now, the denial of the purple buff. Finally, we're getting to see some moves.
I kind of feel like Hades seeing this coming. It's like, guys, it's okay. I don't think I'm gonna get the purple buff.
I can live with it.
You guys try your best.
The house is on fire, and he's like, "It's all good.
It's fine. It's fine.
Don't worry about it."
The casual Fanny experience.
The casual Fanny experience. But here's where it's all going to come down to. This next upcoming Lord is going to predetermine whether or not an inhibitor turret is going to stay alive. And Burmese Ghouls not going to make this easy.
I think that's an inhibitor turret, actually. I think that's an inhibitor turret.
Yep, right now Hades is just pushing, and Lozi's trying to slow them down. They're trying to catch Fanny, but even without a purple buff, it's going to be enough.
Those steel cables just cover a lot of distance, and Team Flash more than happy to trade an inhibitor turret for basically nothing because Burmese Ghouls had to reset the Lord.
I hate to say that I am right. I told you that Team Flash will bring up something around that split bush strategy, and so far they haven't been doing literally anything but split pushing.
You know what? Adamir is the reason why they could do it. He grabbed so much attention.
The silence MVP.
It's like, look at me. Like, this is a true EXP laner where you're sacrificing yourself just to get everyone and hey, he's doing his job, all right? 77,000.
His new moniker, Adamir, the Sponge, known for soaking and a one-shot from Hades. Holy!
You know he's been waiting for so long to do that.
He must feel so good. This is like a sigh of relief of like, yes, I'm still relevant in this game.
He can still do assassin works though. Like, he's not only about the bushing. He can take someone out.
Yep, and now the Lord, 22,000 HP left. I kind of feel like what Team Flash is hesitating on is because where's Nico? Where's Lina? And now it could still be used by Blink X, and they are unable to catch Vanix.
Lolzy!
Oh! It goes in, but Blink X was able to use Don't Run Away Wolf King to disengage.
Nicely done, nicely done. But now Jay is getting attacked, right? And now Carbon has an angle.
Oh, Vanix is getting a free hit from behind, and Lina already having to use the Nether Realm. But look at the Lord. Can Hades secure it? Yes, he can. And now Carbon's taken down, and Team Flash in a flash grabs the game for themselves.
Yeah, I mean...
and a pause comes in.
And a pause comes through. Well, this is a good time to talk the fact that Adamir was manhandling like 3 to 4 people down by the enemy jungle.
I think that this was the only time Adamir did use the penalty zone, and it was relevant to his teammates.
Dude, it's like, Adamir just like, guys, just wait. Right? Just wait.
Just be patient.
I'm just, you know...
Let him cook.
I'm buying time, yeah, let him cook. He's cooking right now.
Oh, man. Looks like there is some technical issues going on with Lolzy's phone. Don't worry, our marshals have got it under lock. And luckily, it wasn't at a big moment, like in the middle of a fight or something like that.
Lolzy, even though he's having troubles, he's still having fun. He's smiling and everything's like, did you guys see what I did?
Guys. 4-man G Kundo.
Yeah.
Come on. Compliments all around.
And then the marshal's like, oh, Leo, Naisu is there. Oh, they're showing their cats.
Wait, is Midnight showing Manjin?
That's his pet? That's his pet? Sana all.
Sana all indeed. As we see the fans up by the stage side, they are ready to see this match under its way. But man, it's great to see that at least here in the Philippines, people are coming down to support, even though it's not their own country members playing up on stage.
You know my personal fear?
What?
I'm worried they're holding up the signs, and I said what they wrote, and I'm not supposed to say what they wrote.
Well, actually, I was like letting that part for you guys because I know that I have an expert in translation, so I was kind of letting those signs for you.
My life is a lie. I'm just pretending.
You're still seeing shadows in your room?
Like I said, I'd rather be lucky than good. All of those translations, inspiration by God, baby.
Inspiration by God.
Oh, yeah.
All right, with 2 minutes left on the clock, let's see how much more inspiration is going to be coming to you. But I'm happy to see that at the very least, right, Team Flash having supporters up in that front row to make sure that they're motivated to win this game. Because again, most people have doubted, and even the audience prediction doubt that Team Flash might take this game. But considering how it's going, it's kind of looking good.
It actually takes me off guard every time I see a family supporting a player. So seeing the front lane all they look like a family. I wish we can confirm that at some point, but
I think it's Hades' family.
Yeah, maybe, but yeah, it just shows me how much there is like communication within the families themselves. They appreciate every moment their son have.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm just wondering, do all of these like lovely families just don't buy milk?
What? Why?
No, it's
milk?
It's a joke. I'm not gonna explain it. We're jumping into the game.
Okay, maybe this is like
you
beyond.
get it, right?
Yeah, but maybe this is like beyond my.
No. It's good that you don't know. The fact that you don't know shows that you're better than great.
Yes,
I'm better than great.
You're better than great.
Okay, so do you know also what's better than great? Going back to the game, is that whenever I saw Ruby actually being executing her second ultimate, she doesn't only stops Hades, she also stops Lolzy from using any ultimates whatsoever. There's no way of the dragons. There's only one way, and that's the Blink's way.
As we see, I mean, I think Blinks has been doing a really good job, but how far can they really go? Oh, one touch. See, and they've also got another inhibitor here. BG are looking to scramble, but right now, Team Flash are really patient with this.
Yeah, and speaking of patience, Lolzy as well. He keeps saying, he's like, where's my opportunity? Where's my time to shine? But Hades is finding the light. He's like, okay, I've had enough. You guys have been having too much fun.
Stop.
Let me give you a bit of a cutthroat. And even Nico felt as like, whoa. My friend, Habibi.
This is just a video game. Let's calm down here for a moment.
Oh, Adamir.
Adamir gets caught. Nothing you can do. Lina gets the killing spree. Jose catches someone, but the Nether Realm is there to deny of the kill. And Vanix, he got caught. There's no way for him to go. But look at Hades. Hades trying to push. Can Hades really do anything? The Blink X is there? I don't really think so. Hades has to disengage, but double kill for Carbon, managing to get Jay.
He is almost the last man standing, but he took that last inhibitor turret, and oh my god!
Oh, I need new pets.
It's just, he's gone, disappeared. Tier 2 is now going to fall with inhibitors on all sides already open. T-Flash, they just got to defend this. BG, they want an inhibitor back.
Okay, Burmese Ghouls, they're trying to end this.
Retribution.
Hades tries to find an angle. Lolzy, a lot of knockups. He didn't get a catch, but he delayed it. He made sure that Burmese Ghouls couldn't end it.
Yeah, which is good, because again, Team Flash are still in a pretty prime position. This is a relative low kill count for Team Flash itself, but if we're talking to like macro, in terms of structure as well, it seems that Team Flash really have a little bit more of that polish, but Burmese Ghouls, those team fights, the comms between them is immaculate.
Yeah, it's actually remarkable that Team Flash knows their priorities, and their priorities is actually the best priority in the game, which is taking turrets and going to that base directly. I don't think that they will even care about that team fight. They might just keep split pushing, making them busy, preventing them from recall, and that's it.
And right now the Lord is targeted down by the Burmese Ghoul. Hades is not going to join the fight. Nico secures the Lord. And looks like the Netherrealm has been used by Lina. Team Flash could not get there in time.
No, they couldn't slow it down any more than they could. And you could see that the Burmese Ghouls, especially with Stitch, maxed out on his items, helping out, and max Art of Thievery as well, just melting the Lord.
But Blink Sex is there. Lolzy still wants him. He got him. And now the immortality has been used. Blink X is going to get taken down. Killing spree by Hades. But Stitch goes in. He finds Lolzy. But a good penalty zone coming in from Adamir. Catches Nico. Catches Lina. And now Nico is down. Vanis in the back line going up against Carbon. Carbon, you're alone. There's nothing much that you can do. And it looks like Team Flash is winning this raid. Lolzy goes back in final slash. Gets a kill over to Stitch. And now Stitch against it. Oh my god, Stitch gets a kill, but Adamir returns it. What a fight by both teams.
Oh, the scramble was actually nuts there. Vanix was able to hold his ground just in time, but that means that Lina is the only one standing, and the Lord is pushing right in towards the Crystal. Team Flash have the numbers to hold back, but this buys just enough time to at least Burmese Ghouls ensure that they don't lose just yet.
Yeah, they get the opportunity to make that defense possible. Team Flash get a taste from what Burmese Ghouls are just hiding. The damage output from Team Burmese Ghouls is just ridiculous, to a point that Stitch almost got a maniac there. He had a lot of damage. Almost all of them were 0 HP, running and playing on the edge, going to the instant replay to see what happened in the Land of Dawn in that top lane. It was messy. Brought to you by Kadia. We will see here that Carbon was in a really bad position. Everyone was gambling with their lives. Look at the 0 HP. Carbon managed to get that kill, but Hades just continues and gets also the kill. Hades goes down, but Adamir comes with one hit, takes that Stitch.
We need a montage of how many times Fanny's tried to get that kill on that like very low HP guy, but not do it.
You're giving social department too many ideas.
Socials.
Way too many ideas. We'll see. We'll
Fanny
see how
montage.
many times. We'll see how many times that Fanny is going to get picked up into the rest of the tournament, right? Because I feel like as soon as we start getting into those knockout stages, it's going to get harder and harder, right? Now, Magic Sentry used on the top side, as we look at the items so far, the core items have already been built, and we're starting to get to the point where at the very least you need the economy to start juggling your items.
Blix actually catches the Vanix. Now a lot has been used. Adamir jumps in, and Jay is able to protect his team. Lina gets taken down by Lolzy, and Vanix, the important thing, he survived.
Well, not in the way that Team Burmese Ghoul would have wanted this to happen. What I saw Adamir does right there, it was almost a maniac for me. I don't know what happened to prevent it. I need to watch that again, but it was a maniac for me.
It happened so quick, and Lina being targeted despite all the chaos that was going on, just well done from the side of Team Flash, right? If you look at the damage dealt, Jay has been doing a phenomenal job.
And right now, the Lord has been started, is leashed by Team Flash. Lolzy finds the target, finds Blink's X, but is that a good target? The final slash used by Carbon. Now Carbon taking a lot of damage from Vanix. As long as Vanix is not touched, the damage coming in from this Bruno, it hurts.
Bad wave management. Team Burmese Ghouls are now buried in minions.
can't do much here, and I think that Team Flash might just be looking for another fight, right? Hades, he's below 50%, he's just going to top back up, and Team Flash, they don't have to do much, right? They just have to whittle down the Burmese ghouls time and time again, because there's no inhibitors on their side. They can take their sweet time with it.
Yeah, and like Yasu said, look at the minions. The minions are just pushing. Burmese ghouls, they have to make a decision.
Yeah, just need Hades to make one cutthroat, and he will cut his way through that base.
And now the Lord again, started by Vanix, Adamir, as well as Jay. Hades is there with the Retribution. Stitch goes in, finds Adamir doing a little bit of chip damage. It looks like Burmese ghouls, they don't want to show their face, and Team Flash, they're really playing around with the Lord.
As I told you, it's not the Lord at this point is not important. It's the split bush for Team Flash.
Let's see if I can get it down, because right now Burmese ghouls are on high alert, right? They're maintaining. Oh, so close coming out from the side.
Oh yeah, I was holding my breath.
He almost got it there. Wait, they saw that, right? They saw Hades going to try.
Yeah, they did. They definitely did.
Okay, they push him out once again, and the dance continues.
Yeah, and look at Carbon. Carbon is not in the fight because he has to manage the lanes, and I don't know, I kind of feel like Team Flash can take that advantage knowing that Carbon isn't around to be a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, and Arlet isn't exactly the greatest wave clearer in the world. I mean, he has a short cooldown on his ult, but that only goes for so long, right?
What actually comes to my mind right now is the Fanny showing on map, and Vanix is the one split bushing, and that would be a clever move.
Oh, Stitch doesn't feel good to go up against a Valentina that has the damage.
I'm surprised that he took the BMI in the first place. Like, what? He could have died there. I mean, he's on a tightrope already. I don't know how many times he can play like that before he's going to get punished once again. We're already past 60K in terms of gold, and Team Flash is still waiting for Burmese ghouls to crack under the pressure.
Speaking of pressure, I think Nico and Hades is very stressed right now. Like two assassin players thinking about using the Retribution. I mean, if this was a Fredrin or a Boxer, it's like, yeah, I can do this all day.
I could sit under. I mean,
like now that the Lord has changed,
now that it's changed, it's a little bit awkward to do so. But here we go. Here we go. Let's see whether Blinkx can actually find this. He sees Hades.
Conceal.
Conceal. Oh, he finds Nico, but Nico is able to dash out of there.
Again.
But look at this. Blinkx catches Hades, and now Vanix still doing free damage. Nico from behind Vanix gets taken down. Jay gets taken down. Nico gets a double kill. Can Nico get a triple here? Lina gets a kill onto Vanix. This is a disaster for Team Flash, and looks like it's a complete wipeout.
Oh, after everything that has happened, at least with the Burmese ghouls, minutes on their death timers, it's time to proxy this wave and walk it down to the crystal.
Imagine how it feels right now for Team Flash fans waiting those seconds. They know it's inevitable. It's just a matter of seconds until the game goes to Burmese ghouls.
Oh, this is going to be so frustrating after everything. Team Flash just a little passive on it, allowing Burmese ghouls to weasel their way back into the game.
Ouch.
Well, either way, good game by both teams, but Burmese Ghouls takes game number 1, and looks like it's back to the drawing board for Team Flash.
Yep. I mean, we really got to see the identities of both of these teams. It's clear that the macro is a big focus for the side of Team Flash. But then if we cut on over to the Burmese ghouls, the way that they team fight, the communication, especially during these scrambles, is a lot better so far. But we'll see whether that changes in game number 2.
Well, I can say that Team Burmese ghouls right now are one step into the right direction, because if they made it right now to the match point, if they took this next game, it will look really good for them in the group stage. We were talking about if they lost 2-0, they still have a chance. If they lost 2-1, there might be also a chance. But right now, they are having the better odds.
Let me just say, this is one of the moments where I'm very happy I'm a caster and not like a manager, coach, or analyst. Because that was a fun match, but probably not so fun for the